Biz, would you be willing to accept, maybe, I don't know, this might not be true. Would you be willing to accept that maybe you are more emotional than the average guy? I don't know that because I had to ask the other guys who over 35 how often they cry too. They would have to answer that. I don't know. Am I going to cry more when I when I get a little older, fellas?
So I think that maybe I'll just have a different experience because I'm so I'm my focus in my career is documenting life. So I'm able to capture and see people experiencing so many different points in their life of death, of marriage, of a childbirth, of birthdays, celebrations. So if I'm being exposed to all of these different experiences of that other people are experiencing, and then I have to go back and look at the footage, and I'm putting myself in their position and in their shoes, then if you want to say that causes me to be more soft, then so be it. I'm just more exposed to the very emotions that we all feel on a day-to-day basis on a much larger scale.
Yeah. No, you know,
Biz, let me see. There's a big play here. You don't understand what just happened with mine. Mine seemed bold, reeling. I mean, you know, she was backing up, and you know what he did? He tied that guy boot, and now he pulled the heat off of Bo. Now he's putting it on you. It's a big play. You ain't see it. You ain't seeing it. I'm watching it. This ain't the first, and it won't be the last. Right? You ain't shit. Now you see what I'm talking about.
So, Mike, have you had an experience like this
she said,
where
shut
you
up.
experienced like a severe loss of control?
I'm actually I used to be. I'm retired now, but I was a wedding videographer too. That was my main, thing that I did. I was a wedding videographer, and I shot a couple funerals, which was weird, but I shot funerals, and they are emotional when you shoot a funeral. In the weddings, I love weddings. I love being at weddings. I love. It's a good time. But I can't say that, I'll necessarily like this, but maybe I'm not 35. I don't know.
I don't think it's quantifiable. I think it's the quality of your experiences. You can't be like, when I turn 40, I'm going to turn a certain age. I just think maybe the quality of your experience, or maybe just haven't experienced yet. That's what I was saying. Have you had that sense and loss of control to evoke those emotions where you literally can't control it? And it's not a turning on and off. That's just how you are now going to develop. It's like a sense of awareness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I say it's a loss of control, because I still have control of it.
No, but you can have control when you're in the middle of nowhere. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
right?
okay, right. You're talking about that situation. Right. You're talking about that situation.
I couldn't control an outcome of something with, like, would I cry? Is that what you're talking about?
I just want to know if you had a situation like he's had where you don't have control. You can't go anywhere. You're locked in. Like, you can damn near bet your life you finna die. Have you had a situation like that? Like, damn near death experience?
Have I had I've had near death experience, like, as far as like car crashes and stuff like that, almost type things. But I don't, and maybe, like, I don't feel like if I'm ever in a near death experience that I'll ever feel like I'm not in control. And maybe that's a part of embodying that this stoic, trait. I'll never feel like I'm not in control, even if I am not in control, because it doesn't help me to feel like I'm not in control. I think it does benefit me to feel like I am in control, be in denial? Even if I'm not. It only benefits you to be in denial when it's preventing you from finding a solution. Being in that, that you want to do something that you want to do one day, and can't nobody tell you that you're not going to do it. As long as you're willing to work, I don't care if you're in denial. I think it's the best place to be in a situation like. So if I'm in a situation where it seems like I'm about to die, better believe in my head I'm not thinking I'm about to die. I'm thinking I'm about to get out of here. It's just the only way.
So this
I've been in
is
I've been in a few of those situations where I'm like on the verge of, dying or feeling like, or running across my mind. It was about figuring out a way to get through it or to exercise some kind of strength, whether it's the power, of the Lord is gonna, get me out of the situation. But crying, that's generally only done when you're at a state of like emotional vulnerability. It's not in like a real like dangerous or stress. It's like if I need to release some stress, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna, do something where I'm gonna get myself moving and stuff like that. That's gonna is what makes a man. So me crying, that's I stumped my toe. Or, like I said, death. That's something like that you would cry generally over. But you're trying to solve a problem. If you're angry at a situation, you crying, it's not going to help.
Well, allow me to clarify, right? So there is more context to this experience that I had in the Maldives. Another part of that is that the Maldives was a trip that I actually saw myself experiencing. Another part of that as well is that with me growing up in the environment that I grew up in, there's a lot of my homies that will never, ever, ever, ever experience what I experienced. There are some of my homies that never made it outside of Chicago, the very neighborhood that they grew up in. And the fact that I was able to make it there and to be in this position that, man, I made it here. I'm 35 years old. I'm sitting in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and I'm watching a fucking storm, a rainstorm, pass by clear as day, while I'm sitting somewhere where it's nice and sunny. So to me, it was like, damn, I'm in a position where they was fuck at the same time. So all that I could do is allow myself to feel vulnerable in this moment, because what else can I do? I can enjoy it. I can kick it. I can do everything, and know that God is here. Because if something do happen, there ain't shit that I can do. So for me, that was the eye-opening moment for me, and really being able to express and explore being vulnerable. Now, was I sitting there boohoo crying? No, I wasn't. But it was a moment for me to be able to reflect on what it was that I was experiencing, and what it was that, from me growing up in the environment that I grew up in, 9 out of 10 of the men of my peers will never ever be able to experience that. So why wouldn't I be vulnerable and showing gratitude and being grateful?
I'm not mad at that, by the way. Like, men do that all the time. We
Yeah.
get drafted to the NBA, NFL, NBA. Like, you cry. I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Let me go ahead and squeeze this last little topic in, man, real quick.
Hey, JMM, I was definitely outside, and I was definitely off the porch. Ask anybody about my record, bro.
Viz, you don't gotta. It's cool. We know.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just putting it out there. That's all. Hey, shit soft over here.
Because you got to hear about the DoorDash driver.
No, I didn't.
Like, Phil heard about
What
it.
happened? I'm learning a lot of new things
I bet
today.
you,
I'm learning a lot today.